Hi, welcome to week 5. So this week what I want you to do is choose your own cardiovascular and resistance exercises this week. Create your own little circuit. So remember always that important 10-minute warm-up. So once you've done your warm-up, choose about 10 to 15 minutes for your middle section. So that could be out for a fast walk, could be inside with some step-ups, could be your bicep curls and squats. Choose a little circuit like we've been doing for the last few weeks, and then come back in, press play, and what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you about 10 minutes worth of stomach exercises that we can do. So we're going to work the core muscles and the back and make our posture nice and strong. So I will see you in a second, and great stuff. Let's bring on week 5. Great stuff. So what you're going to do is lie down, make sure you feel nice and comfortable. If you have a hard floor like I do, you may need a couple of towels. If you've got a yoga mat or anything similar like that, you could use it. Otherwise, any clear space on your carpet will probably be also really comfortable. So what we're going to do for our first floor exercise is keep our shoulders pressed down into the floor. Our hands are by our sides and they're going to press into the floor as well. Bring your feet up so that your knees are bent and you're just nice and comfortable lying here. Your lower back is pushed into the ground, a nice soft little curve in the spine there. What we're going to do is lift the tailbone to the ceiling. So we're going to lift the bottom off of the ground by pushing through the heels. So engage these big muscles here as you come up off of the floor. Reach the ceiling as high as you can. Slowly lower. Good. When you come back down to the ground, take a little pause and go again. So pushing through the heels, coming up to the ceiling, squeeze these big muscles here at the top and slowly lower. Good. Try and make sure that your shoulders are pressed into the ground, that there's no tension in the neck or the head. If you're looking at the ceiling, that's usually the most comfortable for your neck. Slowly lower, good. We're going to do 10 of these. So we want to hold for about 1 second at the top and 1 second at the bottom. Good. You'll feel that the tummy muscles are also doing some of the work here. So we're getting an ab workout as well. So this week, you should have already done a little bit of cardio, get your warm-up finished, then do a little bit of resistance exercises, and then move on to the floor. If you don't have much time, you could just do the floor work today. Last one. Good job, and just relax the tailbone and the back onto the ground. Relax. If you feel more comfortable with your feet out to rest, pop your feet out. Otherwise, keep them here. Rest for about 20 seconds and we're going to move on to our next exercise. Great, so the next exercise we're going to do is some leg lowerers, and that's going to work this lower part of the stomach in the midsection. So these are our lower abdominals, and they work really hard to keep our posture nice and strong, and we want to give them a bit of a workout. So what we're going to do first is take your feet into the air this time. What we want to aim for is a right angle in the knees and in the hips as well. If you feel it too much in your lower back, if you feel it's pulling you off the ground, bring the knees in towards you a little bit more. The further away your legs are from your tummy, the harder it will feel on your stomach muscles. So that's what we're aiming for, a little pull. If you place your fingers, 2 fingers, above your hip bones, you should be able to feel, you may have to press down quite hard, you should be able to feel the pull of those muscles really tensing up. So what we're going to do is drop one heel at a time to the ground and pull back up. So it's really small movement, swap sides and back up. It's a very small movement, but the contraction in the abdominals is very, very strong. Keep breathing. If it feels like it's too much on your back, bring the knees up to the chest like I was saying, and don't go quite as low with the heels. If you can, kick them further away. If you've done Pilates in the past, you may have quite a strong core, so you may be able to do it with straight legs. Just do what you can. We've got 4 more. Last one. Very good. And just bring the knees up to the chest, give them a little bit of a hug, and that helps to release any tension in your back. Very good. All right. We're going to start our next exercise in about 10 seconds. Just relax onto the ground. Okay. Alright, on to our next exercise. So we're going to work a different part of the abdominals. So we're going to work the top half now, and that helps us to bend and to move and to deep breathe as well. So these top muscles here are our rectus abdominis, and we're going to work those in isolation. If you've got any back or neck problems, you may have to leave this one out. See how you go, and if you need to stop at any time, you can. So hands start behind your head, because the head is one of the heaviest parts of the body, so we want to keep it nice and supported. What we're going to do is lift the head and the shoulders a couple of inches off of the ground until we feel a little crunch at the top of those abdominals there. So coming up off of the ground, keep your chin tucked in, and then slowly lower. Good. So coming up off of the ground. See how small a movement it is? So we're not doing full sit-ups where you throw yourself all the way to the top. This is just a really small movement, and it is really isolating these top stomach muscles here. Good job. So we're going to do 10 again. That's 5. And notice that I'm holding at the top for 1 second and then slowly lowering. I don't just fall back onto the ground, so it's controlling on the way down as well. 3 to go. One more. And how's that feel on your neck? Some people find they have quite a lot of tension there, so just lie down, feet out for a few seconds, just to try and release any tension, relax all of your muscles, have a quick rest, and then we'll get on to our next exercise. Great work. So next muscle we're going to work is the side bits, so the side muscles of the abdominals. So what we're going to do is drop both knees to one side. Do you remember the crunch that we did at the beginning? We're going to do the same thing, but by dropping the knees to one side, that isolates these tummy muscles here on the side. If you can't get your knees all the way over, that's okay. You could put a cushion underneath here as well to help you out. So just go as far as you can to the side with both knees. Hands are behind the head again, supporting the head and neck. And what we're going to do is again come up in a straight line towards the ceiling, a couple of inches off the ground, and you should feel it in the tummy muscles here, and back down. Again, coming up and back down. This one may feel a little bit harder than last time, just because you're working slightly different muscles that we don't use very often. It's really important you keep coming up in a straight line, so we're not twisting at all, we're just coming straight up, elbows out to the side, and back down. We've got 4 more. Good, we're going to do 10 on each side. Last one. Good job. Alright, bring the knees back to the middle and drop both knees to the other side of your mat or towel. Elbows out wide, and you're going to come straight up to the ceiling again and back down. Good. So small movement again. Don't have to go far for these muscles to really be working. Notice I'm doing everything nice and controlled, and I don't hold my breath at all. So one of the key things throughout this program is always talked about breathing regularly, keeping the oxygen flowing, and that's really important, especially because the heart needs oxygen, and obviously if we hold our breath, we're not getting as much oxygen. So I know sometimes when you're concentrating, we often hold our breath, so just be conscious of it. Keep breathing. Got 2 more. Last one. Good, and come back to the middle. How did that feel on your back? If it felt a little bit twingy, what you may have to do is get a few cushions and just have them not quite as low to the ground. Okay, stretch it out nice and long. Relax down into the ground. We've got one more exercise. Okay, the next exercise that we're going to do is called I call it alternating Supermans. So what we're going to do is work the tummy muscles, the muscles of the bottom and the back as well. This may be a little bit too much too soon if you've got any chest surgery to put pressure on the arms. So just see how you go. You will have to wait the whole 12 weeks after your surgery to be able to put pressure on your arms like this. So everyone else, pop your knees underneath your hips, hands are underneath your shoulders so that you have a nice straight line from wrist to shoulder and knee to hip. What we're going to do is tuck your chin under, and we're going to take one hand off the ground and at the same time take your foot off the ground. You probably can't see my foot back there in the air, but what I'm doing at the top of the exercise is squeezing the muscles in my bottom. I'm also staying nice and still. Notice if I had something put onto my spine, it wouldn't fall off, so I'm not twisting from side to side. We're going to do 5 on each side. If you feel that it's too easy, you can move a little bit faster, do a little bit more. If you feel that it's too hard, just try taking the hands off the ground by themselves and then the feet off the ground. So this is a really, really hard one for your balance, especially if you've never done it before. So just see how you go. Got 2 more. Last one. Good job. And then just relax back onto the heels, put your hands out in front and drop the chin and the forehead to the ground. That's a nice relaxing pose in yoga called child's pose. So you can always come back to that if you need to rest at any time. Right, let's move on to our next exercise. Alright, on to our last exercise. So this is called bicycles. Now, I'll give you a few variations because it can be either on the easier side, or can be quite hard. So what you're going to do is start with your feet in the air again, knees and hips are at right angles, hands behind the head this time. What you're going to do is aim your elbow towards the opposite knee. Doesn't actually have to come up and touch it. So we're just coming up a couple of inches off the ground and then back down. Coming up on the other side and back down. Now that's the easiest version. If that's too much, pop your toes or your heels down on the ground and just come up and down and up and down. If you'd like to make it a little bit harder, what we're going to do, as you come up towards the knee, you're going to kick the opposite foot away. So I'm going with my left elbow up and then my left leg kicks away. So that makes it slightly more intense. So swap sides. Keep swapping sides. If that's too much, just keep the feet nice and still and just coming up across the body and back down. Make sure you're supporting the head. No sudden movements. Nice and smooth. Good job. If you can, kicking the foot away to make it harder. Good job. We're going to do 10 more. So 10 on each side. We're halfway. That's 12, 13, 14. Keep breathing. Last one. Good job. And relax everything down onto the ground. Your feet out long. Have a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and relax. So just give yourself a bit more time. If you'd like to, you could do all of those again. So do 2 sets of everything. So for next time that you do the video, while you're following along, now that you know things a bit more, you'll be able to do more of each exercise a little bit faster. So I hope you enjoyed that today. Good luck. If you have any problems at all, let me know and we can come up with some different exercises if you've got any niggles or concerns. Great stuff. Great stuff. So that's the end of week 5's video. So I hope you enjoyed the floor exercises today. I'm super pleased that you're able to come up with your own circuits now and your own cardiovascular work. So that's the whole purpose over the last 5 weeks. What I've been trying to teach you, the exercises, and then to create your own little circuit that you can do yourself in your own time. Aiming to do about 30 to 40 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. That's our goal, and that's to keep our heart healthy, our muscles strong, and our bones strong. So the floor exercises today helps with your posture, helps to keep your core strong, and all importantly, your stomach muscles. So hope you enjoyed that. Really good work this week, and keep all the really great feedback coming. You're all doing so well. And if you have any questions, concerns, problems, or if you need any changes to those exercises at all, let me know and I can post you another video. Fantastic. See you next week.